Here are your Court News Ohio top stories in 5 minutes.
The Ohio Supreme Court on March 19th ruled that a callback recording from a 911 dispatcher is considered a public record. The Cincinnati Enquirer sued after a Butler County prosecutor refused to release an outbound recording from a call that a dispatcher made. On the return call, the man who answered the phone confessed to stabbing his dad. The Supreme Court ruled that a return call was a public record and that neither state nor federal law prohibited the call from being released. The decision upheld a 12th District Court of Appeals ruling, which awarded $1,000, the maximum amount, to the Enquirer. The Supreme Court also said the newspaper should be awarded attorney fees. Justice Paul Piper dissented in the 6-1 decision, saying the call recording should not be a public record, as its release could jeopardize the defendant's right to a fair trial.
This court applied Williams.
About 500 high school students from Richland County saw the justice system in action as the Ohio Supreme Court traveled to Mansfield on March 25th for its biannual off-site court program. This was the 70th time in the court's history that oral arguments were held outside of Columbus. The justices heard arguments at Mansfield Senior High School, where students from 11 schools watched one of 3 cases presented before the justices.
If one member is unable to make it.
Beginning in 1987, the off-site court program educates students about the judicial branch of government. Students observe court proceedings and speak with the justices, attorneys, and court staff. The students said this one-of-a-kind experience helped them better understand how the legal system works.
It was interesting seeing both sides of the case, hearing the different arguments from the 2 lawyers, seeing all the questions from the justices. Pretty cool.
Annie Olecki recently participated in the state's high school mock trial competition and said she liked seeing how the justices and attorneys interacted with each other.
It's so different than mock trial. There was a lot of back and forth with the judges, which the ability for the attorneys to think on their feet like that really amazed me. It was astonishing.
The students discussed the cases they observed beforehand with local attorneys from the Richland County Bar Association. After attending the arguments, the attorneys who argued the cases talked with students about the legal issues. This was the first time Richland County hosted the off-site court program.
2 attorneys are switching from the bar to the bench in April after Governor John Kasich appointed them to city municipal courts. David Lombardi starts serving the Akron Municipal Court on April 1st. He must win in November to retain the seat for the remainder of the unexpired term, which ends in January 2020. Lombardi is replacing Judge Julie Schaefer, who was elected to the 9th District Court of Appeals. Lombardi worked in private practice prior to his appointment. Carl DeFranco begins his service as Conneaut Municipal Court Judge on April 6th. He must win in November to retain the seat for the remainder of the unexpired term, which ends in December 2019. DeFranco is replacing Judge Thomas Harris, who was elected to the Ashtabula County Common Pleas Court. DeFranco has worked in private practice and served as an acting judge for Painesville Municipal Court. It was a competition with 300 high school students from 32 teams around the state of Ohio getting together during a 3-day period. But one team emerged victorious.
The team that is the winner of this year's competition is Westerville North.
Westerville North High School defeated Ashland High School to win the 32nd annual Ohio High School Mock Trial Competition on March 14th. It was the first time a Westerville North team had won the mock trial final.
For us to be able to be the first people to actually win it, let alone get here, it was breathtaking and unbelievable and nerve-wracking and crazy.
Amy Cox's teammate Matthew Spadero was named the outstanding witness.
What do you think was a key factor to winning here today?
It was definitely all the preparation we put into this. I mean, having attorney coaches and teacher coaches like we have is just amazing.
Students had to prepare arguments for both the plaintiff and defense for a case focused on the 8th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution that prohibits cruel and unusual punishment.
I have learned so much. I have so much more confidence in public speaking, all aspects, and even if I don't go into law, just the lessons I've learned are incredible.
Ohio Mock Trial is a program put on by the Ohio Center for Law-Related Education and is Ohio's largest high school academic competition. More than 3,500 students participate each year, and about 1,000 legal professionals volunteer to serve as judges and team advisors. Westerville North will represent Ohio at the National High School Mock Trial Championship in May in Raleigh, North Carolina.
That's a look at Court News Ohio's top stories. Visit courtnewsohio.gov for the latest headlines on Ohio's courts.